Hi, are you ready to make this adorable little frog? Okay, let's get started. You have a kit that has stuffing the head body. It comes with 2 arms, 2 legs, safety eyes and their backs, and then the eyeballs themselves and a needle. You're gonna have to go grab those scissors of the stuffing, and we're gonna go right up the center. Gonna make that head. I'm gonna make it nice and tight up there. Okay, now we're gonna take those 2 strings that are dangling and we're gonna pull them tight. And this is gonna make our neck. You wanna make sure you have all of the stuffing above those strings. Push it all up in there. And then I like to turn it over, wrap the string around again, and tie a really nice tight knot. After we have this knot nice and tight, we are gonna do the body. We need to leave just a little bit of stuffing out for the eyes, but the majority of it is going to go in the body. I'm gonna have 2 strings dangling down there. We're gonna pull them really tight and it should close that completely. We're gonna tie another knot. See, nice and tight. The tighter you pull, all of a sudden, no more stuffing. Couple of knots to make sure it's nice and secure, and there you have it. The head and the body are done. Let's move on to the legs and the arms. Doesn't matter which ones. At this point, we're gonna just do all 4 of them at the same time. We're going to take and loop over our thread so we can thread that needle. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. So now we can wiggle it back and forth and get that needle threaded. There we go. I got it. And you see how it's attached to the leg or the arm? Doesn't matter which one. We are going to fold it over on itself. You might need to watch this part a couple of times. We're going to take and have 2 straight lines, and we're going to pick up the 2 threads. You see them down at the bottom, right through those V's. And we're going to go back and forth, just right down the center, making sure we're staying on those 2 straight lines that we picked. Okay. And you can see where your last stitch was. You don't have to pull them tight. And we're just going to keep going back and forth, making sure that we just get the next 2 in that V. All the way down until about 1/2 inch from the end. Just take your time, pause the video if you need to, go back, rewatch it, and it's okay if you mess up. So see, we're stopping right about 1/2 inch from the end. That's gonna become our foot. And the fun part, now we pull it tight and it completely vanishes. We've got a cute little foot there. So we're gonna do all 4 of them. Pause the video. Now that you are back, we're gonna do the eyes. Oh, so cute. I'm loving it. Okay, so these little tiny round things are the eyes. We're going to thread the needle again. Doesn't matter which side, but we're gonna pull one side through to the other. So both strings are gonna be on one side. And then we're gonna poke the safety eye through the hole that we just put the yarn through. Okay? Okay, really important. Make sure that when you put the back on, it is wide side facing down so that when you snap it on there, it holds as many strings as possible so the eye doesn't come out. Okay, see, now we've got that little pocket. We're just gonna shove it full of just a little bit of the stuffing, making sure that we cover up that pokey spot on the back so that nobody gets hurt. They're dull, but they still can hurt a little bit. Okay, make sure our eyes are nice and round. There we go, pull it nice and tight. One string won't work. You gotta make sure you're pulling on the right one. And then I take both of those strings, pull them tight, and turn it into another knot. That's right. Lots and lots of knots. Okay. Now that we've got that, oh, look at that eye. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna take the string that's in the back. We're going to push it through to the side. This is what we're gonna use to sew the eyes to the top of the head. Don't worry about which side you come out of. The eyes rotate so your frog can look any direction you want. Ah, it's so adorable. Pause until you have both eyes done, and I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. It is time to sew on the eyeballs. We're gonna put an eyeball on each side of that center point. Take the longest string of your eye and just poke it through the body. Pull it. Doesn't necessarily need to be one direction or the other at this point in time. I'm just gonna take and tie a couple knots to secure it, just in case a string breaks. This kind of makes it a little bit more secure. Then we're gonna take and sew all the way around the eye, just securing it to the body. It doesn't have to be perfect. With it being the same color, you barely see any of the stitches. Let's get the eyeballs sewed on all the way around. So just kind of make sure you hold it where you want it to be. Through the eye, down through the body, back up through the eye. Just go all the way around, making sure it's nice and secure. Once you have this one on nice and secure, you can go ahead and move on to the second eyeball. Hit pause. And then when you are done getting both of the eyeballs on with, of course, a lot of knots to make sure everything is nice and secure, then go ahead and unpause and come back for the next step. Oh, he's looking so adorable. I can't wait. Okay, now it is for those legs and arms. I'm already getting them mixed up. One set is a little bit shorter than the other. The longer ones are the legs. We're gonna take them. We're gonna go for the yarn that is hanging at the bottom where the foot's gonna be. I'm gonna tie a knot just to kind of secure it. And then we're gonna take the needle up through the center so you're not gonna see the needle or the thread, and we're gonna take it to the opposite end of the foot. I'm gonna just put it all the way up the top there. See, we've got a nice hole through the center. Not gonna matter. Okay, where the foot is, we still have that opening. And see, when I fold it over, it becomes a cute little leg. Oh, okay. So we're gonna take the needle and we're going to go right in the center of the opening. See that center right there? We're gonna go over and then we're gonna come back over just to kind of close it up so that you can't get in there anymore. And then right up through the center again so we're not seeing the needle on either side. And we're pulling it. And this is so wonderful. We are going to make the cutest little foot. So by pulling that string, we're gonna make little bumps. Okay, let me see, I'll show you. I'm gonna undo it here. Now we're gonna pull that string. See, it makes a little cute foot. Oh, I love it. Okay, now we're going to, again, tie another knot. Yes, there are so many knots, but it is worth it. Okay, now we've got that nice secure. Do it to the other leg and both of the arms. Pause the video. When you're done, come back and we will finish up. Okay, we're getting close. Now we're going to sew the leg to the side of our cute, adorable little frog. And just like we've done with the other, we're just gonna go through the leg into the body and we're just gonna kind of secure it. There's not really a right or wrong way. Just make sure it gets stuck on there nice and tight. Okay, I like to then make sure it's kind of level and down. I'm going to go all the way to the other side and pull it through and grab the other leg, poke it towards the end there. And I'm going to secure this leg on the opposite side so that he can sit up, making sure his little toes are pointed in the right direction before you start sewing it on. Okay, see, through the legs, through the body. See, just wiggle it around, pull it tight. Do it again, make sure it's in the right spot. Hold it still, through the body, into the leg again. Do it as many times as you want. Make sure it's nice and secure. And then, of course, you're going to tie another knot. Okay? When you're done with that, come back and we will finish this up. Oh, now it's time for the arms. We're going to put them right underneath the neck. See that neck right there? Just literally going to stab the poor little thing in the neck and make sure his leg is nice and secure. Tie another knot. You guessed it. Okay, so now we've got one of the legs on there. I'm going to tie it a couple more times, sew it through the body, up through the leg. I'm going to kind of go lower this time from the neck. That way it's not flopping around everywhere when we're having it sit down. Okay, we're going to do that a couple more times, and then I'm going to go over, use the same string, and grab the other leg, poke it through, and secure it right next to the one that we have on there already. That way they come right down in the center of the legs. Secure it nice and tight, and then I am going to go and sew both of them to each other, of course, after another knot. I know, you guys are loving the knots already, aren't you? Okay, making sure it stands up the right way. It's still kind of floppy a little bit, so we're just going to take it and sew one leg all the way over through the body and then attach it to the other. Oh, these are the arms technically. Well, I don't know if frogs really have arms, so I guess you can call them whatever you want. But we're going to secure them to each other. See, kind of going through both of them, through the body, up and over and around. That way they kind of stay together a little bit nicer. And I don't like that bump there, so I'm just going to take my needle and poke through that bump and literally just sew it to the neck. Bump is gone. This project is so forgiving. You guessed it, another knot. When you're done with that, come back and we will do the finishing touches. Welcome back. Oh, it is time to start hiding some of these strings. Okay, I'm just going to thread that needle, poke through the body, kind of pull them out a little bit on the taut side, take my scissors, cut them, and then fluff it back up so that you do not see any of it, and it makes it all nice and tidy. Just kind of go around and do that to all of your strings that are dangling, and there's a lot of them, but it makes it look so nice. See, just go ahead, cut it, and fluff it up a little bit. You will never know they were there. And the next leg. Okay. And we keep on going and going and going, and we get all of them in there. Okay, finish up tucking all of those strings in and then come back for the final touches. Oh, welcome back. Oh, he's looking so cute. Ah, I absolutely love it. Okay, now we need a mouth. And we're gonna put some cute little cheeks on. So we're gonna go about halfway between the eye and the neck. And we're gonna leave a pretty long string Now we're gonna take it in a V. Oh, I didn't like where I put that, so we're gonna do this again. Just guesstimate where you like it. Okay, down to a V, a little tiny bit of that string on the needle, not a lot, just enough to hold it down there. And then come across and try and do it about the same as the other side. And look, we've got an adorable little mouth already. Now I'm gonna go down and back through, not the exact same spot, but very close to it, and come out to where the long tail is. We're gonna take and tie more knots. Yes, you guessed it. Okay, and then we're going to thread those 2 strings through the back and hide them and cut them off. Once we get this one through there, they didn't want to go together. Okay, really close to where the knot is. And when you pull it, you see it's completely gone. So you don't even know it's there. So now we're just gonna cut those off and take our needle and kind of tuck them in there, and they're gone. Okay, almost to the end now. These cute little cheeks. Again, you're just gonna guess where you want. Leave a long enough tail, because we're gonna do the same thing we did with the mouth for the cheeks. We're gonna go around technically 2 times, but the second time we're gonna go all the way over to the other side, making sure that we don't pull too tight or the cheek almost vanishes. So I take my needle and kind of pull them up a little bit and wiggle it around to make sure we have some cute little pink cheeks there. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go around. The second time, we're going to go to the opposite side, coming out right to where that long tail was that we left, making sure that we don't go too tight. And another knot. But it is the last knot that you get to do on this adorable little frog. Okay, we're going to tuck these in and hide them in the back. Cut them off like we've done with all the other ones. One more to go. We're almost done. Look at this. Isn't he adorable? I absolutely love it. There you guys go. You now have the cutest frog ever. Have an amazing day. I'll see you later. Bye.